The live-in nanny. Yeah. Well, no. Somebody said she wasn't like, so when people got brought in or booked or whatever, one of them said she was not a live-in nanny, and the other one said she was a live-in nanny or something. Because I believe that if she lives there, now this is my ignorance talking, but I believe that if she lives there, she gets charged with possession, right? And they were trying to avoid her getting charged, which I guess is irrelevant now. And to be fair, I mean, if she's getting charged now, like, why not just say she lives there at this point? I don't really think it matters. Because the only people like trolls and shit are gonna come after you. And if you're just like, yeah, you're correct, she lives with me, then like they lose that ammo, and then and they're like, well, yeah, you're having sex with her, and then you say, yeah, I am having sex with her, and then they lose that ammo, and it's over. You don't have to really worry about it. If you're wanting to give the impression that she doesn't like live with you, I probably don't have her stream in the studio. I'm gonna be I'm just saying, I don't know. Like, I don't know, maybe like he's not worried about that at all. Like maybe it's just like an ongoing troll like thing. Just troll everybody. And again, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't really know how the legal process works. Is if she lives in a place, and if they're considering putting charges or levying charges against her based on where she is, or if she lives in a place, I don't know. But that's all. That's all I really say about that. But it also leads to the understanding that what was Aaron saying, and I could be completely wrong, but wasn't Aaron saying that they would like lock themselves in a room for like 23 hours? And then only come out like rarely, and that was kind of what was leading Nick to canceling shows and shit. It kind of gives credence to that still happening if like the furthest she can go to get on camera is the studio, which obviously that doesn't really mean anything, especially if Nick's been proving time and time again that he's clean, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're not, like, you wouldn't really have a reason to lock yourself up and like go on benders if you were clean, right? So it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So that basically the request to dismiss the charges is based on the fact that April doesn't live there. There is no evidence to support that she was in possession of any drugs. The 2 credit cards that were found were of date in her name, and they were used to like cut lines, which gives credence to her using, I guess, but I don't know. As far as, I mean, I guess it all hinges on if she lives there at the time. So I guess this kind of still is kind of strange to me as to why you would appear in the streaming studio. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it's already passed. But if your request to dismiss is based on the fact that you do not live there and you're just visiting, maybe don't join in the studio. I don't know. It seems a little strange. I'm not exactly pissed at Rackets about April. I don't think anybody is. I think the main thing they're pissed about is like the overt, like vague thing. You know how it's like I think it's this, sense of pretending that no one knows or no one sees. When everybody knows and sees, right? So it's I think that's where a little bit of the anger comes from. But it's like why lie about it at this point? I use it as a tool for being based. Yeah, I bang hot blondes. That's what I'd do.